In a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world.
Donald Trump opened a new front in his trade war this week against a new enemy, the rest of the world.
The markets have lost trillions of dollars.
We're looking at the worst week for stocks since March of 2020.
Now, JPMorgan Chase has revised its economic forecast, predicting that the U.S. economy will fall into a recession in 2025.
Is the world teetering on the edge of another global recession? Sounds dramatic. Maybe even like fear-mongering. But with trade wars heating up and global supply chains still wobbling, it's a question a lot of people are asking, and economists aren't exactly shrugging it off either. Let's break it down.
American households are going to have to come up with round about another $5,000 a year in order to pay for these taxes.
Tariffs might sound like punishment for foreign competitors, but in practice, they often boomerang. When a country raises tariffs on imported goods, those goods get more expensive, and they pass those costs on to you.
Consumers will likely notice this quite quickly in the cost of fresh produce at the grocery store.
And if you thought grocery runs were already painful, wait until those costs are baked into every layer of production, from shipping boxes to auto parts. Take the 2018 to 2020 U.S.-China trade war. The U.S. imposed tariffs on more than $360 billion worth of Chinese imports. China hit back with tariffs on $110 billion of U.S. goods, leading to American farmers losing billions in exports. Manufacturing costs shot up for U.S. companies relying on imported parts. According to the Brookings Institution, the average U.S. household ended up paying about $831 more per year thanks to the trade war. We've got ongoing geopolitical tensions, Russia and Ukraine reshaping energy markets, instability in the Middle East, and climate-driven supply shocks that no one was ready for. Developing economies, already struggling with debt and dollar pressure. Trade tension is pouring fuel on a pile of already smoldering concerns.
Investments will suffer, and global growth will slow.
JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon has expressed concerns about considerable turbulence in the economy, citing factors such as ongoing inflation and the escalating trade war. He estimates a 50% chance of a recession. Similarly, Goldman Sachs has increased the probability of a recession. Global economies are deeply interconnected, and one major slowdown can trigger a domino effect. Trade wars might start with steel and semiconductors, but they end with layoffs, budget stress, and a lot of regular folks just trying to keep their heads above water. So even if your own country isn't technically in recession, it might still feel like one.